thank everybody for tuning in to the special with Sports World. Free. Hey, I'm excited, man. Hold on. Let me audio. You guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For a little bit.
Listen, number to call 412-773. Hold on. Claudia, what's going on, man? Let me check the sound system real quick. What's going on? Claudia, can you hear me?
Audio.
Okay, I got you now. You were frozen there for a while on the introduction.
No, Fillmore.
Yeah.
I can hear you.
I hear you a little bit now. Yeah.
Okay, I don't know what's going on.
You were broken up there for a minute.
Claudia.
I mean, there's a storm. Yes.
Yeah, now we can hear you now.
Hold on.
No, I think he's rebooting.
Yeah.
Hey, Claudia.
Yes.
Yeah, I wanted to let you know if anyone's interested in a caddy scholarship should go see Judge Smales.
Right.
Hey guys, I think I'm back. What's going on, Ralph? You guys hear me now?
We hear you now. We hear you now.
You really clear.
Echo, I don't know what was going on with my system, man.
All right, guys. We can get this show on the road here.
All right. Hey, Jim, you still with us? Got a little feedback. Let me jump all this stuff up. I rebooted, so I think I'm good. Hey,
you sound real good now.
Huddle up. What's going on with the huddle up, Claudia?
Okay, you know what? There was a Swickley legend. Yes, there was a Swickley legend years ago. He owned a clothing store here in Swickley. His name was Phil Bernstein. And right in the other room, back in the late 70s, I'll never forget, he told me and my dad, he said, when somebody tells you something, cut it. When this one particular guy would tell you something, cut it in half, cut it again, cut it sideways a couple times, cut it one more time, then maybe believe it. The more I listen to these announcers saying why the Pirates lost, or how great the greatest Skeens is the greatest pitcher of all time, and why he got hammered yesterday, and why this guy isn't hitting, or why he is hitting, it just blows my mind how bad it is. And some of these guys played professional baseball. I'm not trying to get personal. I'm just telling you what I see. And so when the fan, when we did the Boxing Authorities, me, Lutheran Jim, I used to open up, always informative, always entertaining. These people are not entertaining and they're not very informative, but people who don't know how the soup should be cooked, they listen and say, oh, this guy was a former pro. What the hell does Claudio know? Or what, these guys, they know what they're talking about. Trust me when they don't. They don't. It's very simple to see why somebody's doing well, why somebody isn't doing well, if you just kind of separate the weeds and study. I know Jim talks about players that most scouts don't talk about. Why? Because he watches games and he is by himself and he focuses on what's right, what's wrong, what's good, and what's bad. He just doesn't regurgitate statistics, nor do I. Just because somebody's hitting 310 or 210, I always tell you why they're doing both and how they could do better. But it drives me nuts whenever I watch these guys on TV with their hand gestures and trying to be cool breeze and trying to say this, that, and the other thing. And they're so far off base, it's ridiculous. So be careful who you take your advice from. I think I've said that before. But just watch your own eyes and figure it out. Listen to me.
All right, Claudio. Appreciate that. Smoker Jim, you still with us? Or did I lose you in translation too? What's going on? All right, what's on your mind, Smoker Jim?
Hey, great job, Claudio. I tell you what, in all the
Thank you, Jim.
Watching football, I don't know if I ever seen somebody get blown 8 yards off the ball till Derek Harmon. Hey, look here, man. And Ziggy Hood never got below 8 yards off the ball. I mean, I didn't know if it was Derek Harmon or Aaron Jones. Maybe it was Huey Richardson. But hey, I took a lot of heat last week when I said that Will Howard is a tight end trying to play quarterback. I said Will Howard has never been better than Skylar Thompson. He couldn't beat him out in college. He's not better than him now. I think the world finally seen Skylar Thompson. He got the opportunity on 3 touchdown passes. Now the local media is saying there's no way the Pittsburgh Steelers should cut this guy. He may even be good enough to be the backup quarterback.
Oh.
You know, success is when opportunity and preparedness meet. Skylar Thompson got his opportunity, and now Will Howard should take advantage of that and move on to his natural position, which is tight end.
Okay, Jim. I disagree with that as usual. You're wrong on that take. Just like you're wrong when you said Jalen Ramsey wouldn't be playing any safety. You know, he said it again on the Pivot podcast that he's moving around. He also said, we want to talk about a couple other things you said. You've been feeding a lot of misinformation, Jim. I just want to clear some things up. Aaron Rodgers, you said he wasn't going to be in the dorm. That was another L for you. I mean, how many more things are you going to be wrong about before the season even starts, Jim? I mean, you're catching L's. Will Howard was having a great camp until he broke his thumb. It happens. Injuries happen. And, Skylar did well for himself. I'm happy for him. You know, he had the game of his life. I don't think he'll ever play like that in the NFL stadium again, but he looked very good. I still have Will Howard above him, but he looked extremely, extremely good. Another thing I talked about was Rock Taylor. I said, look out for Rock Taylor. I thought he was going to make some plays, and he did. 2 good catches. Very excited about that. And Kayshawn Williams, man, he had a game as well. Long touchdown catch. Very excited. He's been making plays all camp. Don't know if he's going to make the team, but he's at least making the practice squad. Great return. Key touchdowns. I'm excited about him. Also, want to tell the viewing audience we got a couple things coming up. Check out our radio show, Sports Corner, every Saturday, 12:50, with Ralph, Smoke, and Jim, Claudio, me. It's a great show. We're going to have some great guests coming on, so make sure you check us out every Saturday, 2 p.m. Great show. I'm just excited about getting started. Let's get on to it, though, man. We got a lot of things to talk about. I think I finally got the system working, man. I think it was something you did, Jim. My system, bro. Do to me. Anyway, let's get into it, man. First game of the season. Smoke and Jim, what were your thoughts? Give me some key. I know you didn't like Derek Harmon. When I watched the game more than once, the first game I was like, man, Jim might be right, some Ziggy Hood, but it's just one game, Jim. One guy I was really impressed with was Yaya Black or YA Black. I've heard it pronounced both ways. He looked huge. He only played 10 plays because they knew what they had in him. He looked very good. Hurt his arm in practice earlier this week. Hopefully he'll be able to play against Tampa Bay. But I was very impressed with him and Sawyer. Sawyer's going to be the real deal as well. Caleb Johnson, I was not impressed with Caleb Johnson.
I wasn't either.
But Jim, I'll let you go first, and we'll jump around. Jim, your thoughts on the first game, other than Derek Harmon, because we know you hate him.
Well, I'm proud and honored that you have 5 minutes about the practice squad team.
That's all who played in the first game, Jim.
Like I told you, we had a couple possession receiver catches. Hey, listen, I agree with you, Lou. Black did a great job. He was moving 2 guys back. He kept his feet moving. He drove the deep offensive line back. Caleb Johnson, again, I said he was a 4.740 guy. The local media in Luther said that on tape, this guy was running 22 miles an hour, but he just can't run against the clock. Well, I guess they had the clock on it. He looked like he was running in quicksand. The guy is not an NFL back. He's a bodybuilder trying to play running back. He's a liability in the passing game. The ball beat him up so bad. Oh, my goodness. Pittsburgh Steelers had a guy one time that only had one eye, and he could catch the ball better than Caleb Johnson.
Come on, man.
Before Sawyer, and I agree with you, Lou. Sawyer was a wasted pick. This is a guy that's
Wasted
playing
pick?
behind. He can only play one position, and that's left outside linebacker. That's the position that T.J. Watt plays. He's playing behind T.J. Watt and Herbert. He's going to be a star in the league. It's just not going to be with the Pittsburgh Steelers. He's Mike Vrabel. Some of you guys are old enough to remember when the Steelers drafted Mike Vrabel.
He was always injured.
Nobody was playing, so he went to New England and became a superstar. I thought that Mark Bruner's son didn't embarrass the family name. I thought he did okay, but I tell you what, man, for the Pittsburgh Steelers to misuse and abuse Mount Washington, what more do you need for a weapon? I hope that they just don't misuse and abuse this guy. But I tell you what, a running back that did impress me from Central Michigan was that number 35. So I'd like to get your opinion on him. That's some vision. This guy could step. And if the Pittsburgh Steelers got any kind of running back coach, I know they don't have a defensive line coach, but if they got any kind of running back coach, they should be able to see that number 35 is a special dude.
Okay. Fillmore Ralph, I'll come to you, Claudia. Your thoughts on the first game? No more?
Well,
go ahead.
man, I was impressed by Brandon Echols. Brandon Echols and Juan Thornhill. Those two really caught my eye on the defensive end. Now, I'm a defensive back guy, you know what I'm saying, playing at Westinghouse and things like that. I had a partial scholarship offer at Allegheny College to play corner, you know, so I'm a DB guy. But yeah, Brandon Echols and Juan Thornhill, those guys really show that they can cover and tackle the football. They made some real good, solid tackles in the secondary. They tackled the catch, as Coach Tomlin would say. So I really like that. Darnell Washington proved that he was more than an assistant left tackle. He went out, he stretched out for that ball. He caught that ball 19 yards. He had the guy posted up like Shaq posting up Steve Nash. Yeah. Let's exploit that. If we can't exploit that type of matchup on any team, I don't care who it is, then they're failing as a team, as an offensive staff, because they have a gem on their hands with Darnell Washington. That's for sure. Troy Falatanu. I'm looking at the line. He used his hands very well, and he kept the quarterback clean for the most part. Didn't get beat too many times. So I was impressed by him. Who I was not impressed with Broderick Jones. Broderick Jones did not use his hands. He let people get all in his chest. He might as well play left or right guard, because he just hits with his body. He can't block with your body on the tackle side. You can't do that. That was horrible. He made me upset. He really made me. I'm disappointed in him. He don't care, but I'm disappointed anyway. And man, Mason 9 for 8. He looked great. He's the best backup in the league. And we're going to need him, because I don't think Rodgers is going to play 17 games. He might miss about three or 4 games during the season. So I think Mason Rudolph's going to be the best backup in the game. And that's my take on it right there.
Okay. Like that. All right, Ralph, Claudio, your thoughts?
I told everybody about Skylar Thompson, and nobody believed me. And then Jack Sawyer.
I still don't believe you.
Well, you just wait. I'm telling you, Skylar Thompson, man. I've been talking about Skylar Thompson. Real quick here, though, I wanted to let everyone know the Sports Corner radio show will be on until March of 2026. I just re-signed a contract with 12:50 a.m. So the show will be on until March of 2026. I just re-signed a contract, unlike Cam Heyward and Chris Boswell, who are holding out. I didn't hold out. I signed, the contract, and so until March of 2026. I was going to hold us out, for more money, but that didn't happen. So,
Hey,
anyway,
Ralph, it's a hold-in. They're holding in.
Yeah, whatever. Hold in. Yeah, whatever. So anyway, but anyhow, I like Jack Sawyer. I thought he played good. Darnell Washington, of course, and Skylar Thompson had a really good game. And all of you out there who think Jalen Ramsey's not going to play safety, I confirmed with a source of mine today that is the case. So, he will be going around the field. So, and all the different defensive backfield positions. And Ben Sauls, I thought Ben Sauls had a pretty good game kicking the ball. I mean, see what happens. If I was Chris Boswell, I'd be a little concerned because Ben Sauls is a good kicker. He broke the record for the longest kick in an NCAA football game a few years back. So Ben Sauls can kick just with his left foot, not his right foot. So if I'm Chris Boswell, I'd be careful about asking for more money. So.
Hey, listen, Boswell deserves it, man. He's the best in the business. They'll get it done, and I think they'll get it done with Cam Heyward as well. A couple people came in. Things like looks like we lost Claudio. Who to go? What's up? Who to go? He says salute. It's one game. Can't call him. I'm not sure. And Caleb Johnson looks slow.
Yeah, he didn't look that good.
Fellas, one game. You guys can't do that. One game.
And he had 2 carries. He had 2 carries in the drop pass.
Exactly.
That's it.
Exactly. That's
Come
it.
on.
It wasn't his best game, but you can't go out on him. Oh, we got my man Underground Sports Show in the house, man. Check him out on YouTube. He has a great show as well. Looked like we lost Claudio, brought him back, then he dropped off again. Hey, give us a call, 412-530-5063. Talking about the first game. A lot of practice squad players played, not one. We'll see what happens for this one. But Aaron Rodgers took a little injury. Somebody stepped on his foot. So I doubt he's going to play. So make sure you hit the like and subscribe button, everybody out there, and give us a call. Here's another thing I want to talk about, man. You kind of mentioned it. Cam Heyward, Smoking Jim. He's doing a hold-in. Another bag of money. I'm getting kind of good at this.
That's all right. Okay, Luther, I got you. I see you there. I see you, man. Salute to you, bro.
Cam Heyward. Do you think? Well, I think he's going to get paid. But last year he signed a 2-year, $29 million extension. Now he's holding off for more money. Your thoughts, Smoking Jim?
Well, I don't like none of the Haywards. Again, they grew up in Monroeville. We had high hopes of winning a couple more WKO championships with Connor Heyward and Cam Heyward, but they snuck out like thieves in the middle of the night to go play high school ball in Atlanta. So I have no respect for nobody in their family, even their cousins in Cleveland. Listen, I think that it's different. Claudio will tell you back in the day there wasn't none of this stuff. You signed a contract and you had an option year. So the ownership had all the tools. He just signed another contract last year. He's 36 years old. The problem that I have, Luther, and I don't know if you know anything about unions, but the problem I have is that he accepted a roster bonus in March of $13 million, which is his entire salary for the 2025 season. So he's already been paid for 2025. If you was going to hold out, or hold in, or if you was unhappy with a contract that you just signed, why would you accept the roster bonus? So he's already been paid. I don't think the Pittsburgh Steelers, if it was me, with 2 years left on your deal, at 36 years old, him or Boswell. Both of those guys can sit out the whole year. You know what I mean? I would just move on. But if I would not give neither player. I think Boswell's one of the highest paid kickers in the league. So I wouldn't give those guys another dime with 2 years left on the contract. That's how I feel.
Oh, wow.
Again, Aaron has all the leverage. So the Pittsburgh Steelers for the last 10 years have been drafting bum after bum after bum after bum and got another bum on that defensive line in the first round. So he got all the leverage.
Okay. All right. Well, all right. Outside of your analysis about them leaving Gateway, what's the best could have done. Disappointed. I thought they could have worked this out, but you look at the other guys, the other defensive linemen in the league, some of the other highest paid guys. Chris Jones, would you take Cam Heyward at this point over him? No. Milton Williams, Derek Brown, Jeffrey Simmons, DeForest Buckner, all those guys are 20 plus. Dexter Lawrence, 22.5. I actually think he's underpaid. He's a monster down there. It'll get worked out, but just doing this holding, I don't agree with it. Fillmore, Claudio's still out. Fillmore, your thoughts on this? Ralph?
Yeah, man. Cam, he signed a lower offer last year. And he was kind of strong-armed into it, and I get it, because if I was the Steelers, I would have did it too, because he came off an injury 2023. Right. So I get it. You know what? Hey, I have to pay you for your potential, not for what you've done. So last year, he outplayed his contract.
For sure.
But will he do it again this year? He's 36. We don't see that from D tackles. It's unprecedented. So now he had confidence, according to his last interview I heard, he had confidence in himself that he was going to have an all-pro season. So why not bet on yourself? Why not hold out then? If you was going to truly bet on yourself, do it. Don't do it now. Don't bet on yourself now. But I get it. You want your money. Go get paid. But man, wrong time. And I would pay Boz. Boz put points on the board.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. He's been a most reliable player on offense we've had the last 3 years. The Steelers have to pay him.
Period. You pay Boz, and he jumped over Justin Tucker as best kicker in the league. He passed him last year because Justin Tucker, man, look, he couldn't throw a tantrum, man. He couldn't do anything. Right. So. Yeah. Well, you pay Boz.
Too busy doing his Sean Watson with his massage. So he had that hanging over his head. So
Mr. Touch Me. That's what we call him, Mr. Touch.
Hey, real quick before we get to Ralph, Underground Sports said I thought the backup receivers played well. I agree. Can't have good quarter play without good receiver play. Rock Taylor, Herman, and 85. Kayshawn Williams. Yes, they bought. Yes. All those guys balled out. Who the GOAT is in there? Heyward, not a leader for that. All right. Boswell and Cam will get their bread. All right. Frank Jackson, they better pay Cam. Okay. All right. Appreciate y'all on that. Ralph, your thoughts?
All right. Do you want the real opinion or do you want me to do the Steeler
real unfiltered Ralph Williams, RW Media? Yes.
Raw, uncut. Let's go.
Like BET.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what I said yesterday, and this is my opinion. I would tell Cam Heyward, either you come back to practice or you're done. Chris Boswell, you're done too. That's why I said be careful what you wish for, Chris, because you know what? Ben Sauls is in camp, and I know it's only one game, but I'm telling you, he has the NCAA record for the longest field goal kick in an NCAA game. And Ben Sauls, if he's that good in preseason, and Tomlin gets a little frustrated, he's going to be like, well, you know what? Maybe I think we need to go in this direction. Take their money and go get some draft pick, trade them for some draft picks and bring in some other players who might be able to play and then move on from them because you can't have this kind of stuff going on. I get it. TJ walked out a lot of money. I get that too. But you know what? Cam Heyward already signed a contract. So did Chris Boswell. Play your contract, play it out, and get it done.
Yeah. I'm usually pro players when it comes to this, but coming to the table every year is a little much, I think.
Yes,
he's underpaid. But remember, when he signed that contract, Cam was coming off injury. He was coming off his worst year as a pro, and he was well into his 30s. So yes, he played his contract, but who's to say he's not going to get hurt? He's 36. How can he keep performing at this level? I think he will get a little increase. They'll move some money from next year into this one, and we'll see what happens.
Give him a signing bonus or something. The numbers cruncher is real good at doing that stuff. So we'll see what happens.
Hey, Omar Khan is great at crunching the numbers. As much as Jim hates him, I think he'll get it done. But the next thing, so we have Tampa Bay coming up, but there's rumors that they're going to bring in another receiver. I don't know if you heard that.
Yes, I heard that today.
I've heard rumblings about Odell Beckham. You know, Odell Beckham was going back and forth with people on the internet, tweeting him about happy retirement. He said that's not going to happen. He's playing again. And he's been linked to the Steelers. He was just on Bill Maher's show talking about Tomlin. He's good friends with Aaron Rodgers. Would you be okay if they brought Odell Beckham? I say no. I think he's done. I think he's past his prime. I think you need somebody else.
He's been with too many teams, Luther. That's a red flag right there. I mean, he's been with too many teams, and so
I don't care if he's been with too many teams. I just don't think he has much left.
No,
those injuries took a toll.
Yeah.
After that Super Bowl injury, we thought he was going to be the Super Bowl MVP the way he was playing for the Rams, and after that injury, it was gone. It was gone.
Oh yeah, he lost it after that, Fillmore. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Hey, Smoking Jim, your thoughts? Bringing a receiver linked to Odell Beckham. Jim?
Again, for the last 2 years, the Steelers been bringing in every receiver that showed up on the free agent. I thought it was a San Francisco guy.
No, Brandon Ayuk would have been a huge.
I mean, they just lied.
Ayuk would have been dope.
Guys, they lied to the media. Listen, the Steelers blew it. They had an all-pro George Pickens, who's been nothing but a player that the Dallas Cowboys will have in their ring of honor in a couple of years. Listen, we had DK Metcalf and George Pickens. We were looking.
Jim, would you stop crying about that? Oh my God! Now
you're running around, the midget Kelvin Austin. Who knows what's his problem? Woods looks like Father Time and jumped on his back and beat him up. You like number 85, Lou, but let's see. They got Yancey Stick and the white guy, but they don't play white players in number 15.
So here you go with this.
So listen, you had a guy that was making no money, that really never been suspended by the team, had one bad game in three years with no quarterback, and you got rid of him, and now you're looking for Odell Beckham. And like Fillmore said, Odell Beckham's been a problem everywhere he's been.
Has he been a problem? I don't know if he's been a problem per se. I mean, I just think he's lost a lot of what he had going for him. Great hands, speed, everything. I think is gone now. He's just a possession guy. But I don't know. Also linked is Amari Cooper. I've been saying that since the offseason. I don't know why they haven't pulled the trigger, so to speak. I think that would be a great move. Amari, a veteran, great route runner. Had a down year with Buffalo. Don't know if he's gone or what, but I would like to see him be brought in as well. I don't know. Ralph, Fillmore, what you think? And then, of course, they keep going back to, the cheetah. I don't see that happening, but it looks like the team's not happy with Tyreek. Tyreek's not happy with Miami. That would
Tyreek could be there. Amari Cooper's a good idea. I don't have a problem with those guys.
But why wait? Why are they waiting?
I have no idea.
It's the same thing last year. They were talking about a number 2, then they get Mike Williams during the season. He has one big play, then you don't hear from the rest of the year.
Right. Amari Cooper is the only feasible option I see. Tyreek Hill was not feasible because he cost too much. Of course, who wouldn't want the most explosive player other than Saquon Barkley on the team?
Afford it though, right now.
But remember, Fillmore, everybody wants to play for Mike Tomlin. So he might take a pay cut to come and play for Mike Tomlin.
Yeah, right. I don't see that happen. Of course, I mean that's the Madden. Madden 26 came out yesterday. That's the Madden trade that you would do, and no one's going back now because the computer don't own nothing. So yeah, you make that trade if you're playing Madden. You're not. You're gonna give up what? A second and a third for him?
Right.
You're gonna give a second and a third for him, and pay him another $50 million? Come on, man.
Hey, well, listen. If Miami starts off bad, he could become available by the trade deadline because Miami's not looking so good right now, and you never know.
No, Mike McDaniel's on the hot seat down there, Luther. I got some friends. He's on the hot seat. Yep.
We got
really.
Yeah. LD. Yeah. LD, say your name. What's going on, LD?
Yeah, this is LD, and
hey, LD.
I checked the Steelers game out last week, and overall, I liked the way they played because they were physical, and that always helps when you're physical. And one thing I was disappointed about was Johnson. I want to see his breakaway speed, and I didn't see it last week. Now, maybe he just had a bad game. And then I wonder if he can catch the football also. But maybe, like I said, he had a bad game.
Well,
about that.
Well, yeah, I feel you on LD. He wasn't a pass catcher at Iowa, so that's something he's going to have to work on. He wasn't a pass blocker as well, so I don't see that. I was disappointed. There weren't a lot of holes for him, but I didn't see the explosion. I did like the move where he got away from Travis Hunter and got about 5 yards around the corner. That was nice, but I need to see more. Definitely need to see more.
Yeah, one running back that impressed me, I think his name was Nichols, kind of late in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
When the Steelers were trying to pull the game out, that guy was impressive, in my opinion.
Yeah, you're right.
Nichols.
Yeah, practice.
Because he runs, he's fast and he runs hard.
I think he got a shot at making the practice squad. I don't see him making the main roster though, LD. We'll see what he does this game.
In that game, he was the most impressive back that I saw on the field that night.
He was. He looked good. He looked good. But again, that's just one game, and it's going to be hard to get past Warren, Johnson.
And Gainwell has a spot.
Yeah, all three of those guys have a spot. So that's why I think he's looking at practice squad.
Just remember Nichols.
All right, hey.
Like I said, I think he might surprise people.
All right, what about the receivers? Roman Wilson. I still didn't see it. I still didn't see it from Wilson. He had 2 catches, but the explosion's not there. He's not what I expected year 2 in. So I think they definitely need to add a piece.
I've been reading that Steelers are trying to get Tyreek Hill. They're really pursuing him, supposedly.
Yeah, I think Miami's done.
I would like that move.
Everybody would love to have the cheetah here, man. But I don't see that happening. I think the Dolphins and Steelers have had major trades over the last couple years. I don't see them giving the Steelers Tyreek Hill. I think they would send him to the other division. It would be great to have him and DK. Wow, now that's some power. That's some firepower there.
That's dangerous.
Dangerous.
Yeah, if we don't have a passing game with those two, that's a problem.
Would you say, LD?
I just have a feeling the Steelers are going to get him somehow.
Wow. Okay. I mean, it's been rumored, but I just don't see it. I don't see it. They've had some major trades, and then if they pull off this, yes, I could see. Yeah, it could be a special season if they could get Tyreek Hill.
If they pull this off, Omar Khan's going to the Hall of Fame yesterday.
This might be the greatest offseason in the history of the NFL if they get Tyreek Hill. I mean, this is how many Hall of Famers have you gotten in one offseason? Not that they're all in their prime, but this would be insane if they did this one as well. Hey, LD, Jim was on Derek Harmon. I say it's one game. I'm not going to give up on him yet. You put him there with Black and Heyward, that's some solid firepower, better than they had last year. So I'm not giving up on him. What did you think about the defensive lineman, LD?
I thought they played reasonably well.
Mm-hmm.
and I hope they sign Heyward. I mean,
He's signed. He's signed, LD. He's signed. He signed last year.
Yeah, but he wants an adjustment. You know, and a star like him who's coming close to the end of his career, but he's still an all-star, you got to do what he wants you to do sometimes, I believe.
36. I mean, I see them moving some money from, next year sliding over to this year. I think they can find a happy medium. But, it shouldn't have got to this point. I think they will. Yeah, but it should not have gotten to this point.
Exactly, especially with him, a high character guy.
Yeah, well, I remember he was on Aaron Rodgers over the offseason. He said, either you want to be a Steeler or you don't. I'm saying the same thing to Cam. If you want to play for the Steelers or you don't. Come on now, this is crazy. Every year you're going to come and ask for a new contract? I do think they'll get it done. I just don't understand why it took so long for it to come to this point. That's my only thing. Steelers usually take care of their own when they want you to be here. So,
and I think they will.
I think so too. And Boswell, you see Boswell being here as well?
If they get rid of Boswell, they all should be fired.
Right. Yeah,
Amen. Amen.
Absolutely. All right.
Okay, I'm enjoying the show.
Hey, appreciate you calling, LD.
Okay,
Thanks, LD.
Have a nice evening.
All right.
Appreciate it. You too.
Bye.
All right. Hey, Smoker Jim, you've been out of the conversation for a little bit, but what are your thoughts? Do you think there's a chance that they could get Tyreek Hill? Hey, JMD's in the house. He said Miami won a lot to trade Tyreek, but Tyreek and DK would be a nice duo. Yeah, that'd be maybe the best duo in the sport if that happened. And Who to Go? What's up, Who to Go? Is back at her Johnson looking trash. No breakaway speed. All right. Have at it, Smoker Jim. Your thoughts about the receiver position. You think they can get Tyreek Hill, or you think they need to add, or who would you add?
Well, I agree with I said earlier, and I agree with LD. I said number 35, which is Lou Nichols, who he's talking about from Central Michigan, that led the nation in rushing when he was in college. I mean, this guy's a pure running back, 5'10", 220 pounds. He can step, he can catch, he can do it all. And the Pittsburgh Steelers, he may be the best back on the team, right now. So hopefully they won't make the mistake of cutting him to try to get on the practice squad.
That's a bit of hyperbole. That's some hyperbole right there. I'm going to use the Stephen A word.
Disrespecting Jalen Warren now. Come on.
You played at Steve Hardy. Wilmer played at Westinghouse, so you guys know about physical football. It's great to be feared. Nobody should out-hit you. Peyton Wilson body slammed that guy, man. I loved it. That's what you want to do. I think when he slammed him down, he said, Derrick Henry. I think I heard that.
Yes. I heard it too, Jim. I heard it too.
The first locker room in the history of all the professional sports under Mike Tomlin. Why go after another high-risk, high-reward player? The cheetah would be arrested every weekend on Carson Street. I mean, he already kissed the pavement in Miami before the game.
Oh, gosh.
Hey, listen, man, you got to quit bringing in bad people in the locker room.
How is he a bad part? He was speeding, Jim, just like half the people in the NFL.
All the time. He's really going to be disgruntled here in Pittsburgh, where he'll really see the football on occasion. So quit bringing those guys in. I got to disagree with you, Luther. Roman Wilson, that first catch he made, where he got hit just as the ball was coming, he caught it with his hand. That was an excellent big-time catch.
It was.
That was NFL receiver should make that catch.
He's a guy that has some potential. If you're not going to bring in there's only one George Pickens. He's gone.
Oh, come on.
But if you're not going to bring in,
you're overhyping him.
Then alternate some of those guys in who's ever hot. Right now, Roman Wilson's hot. I wouldn't play around with
He had 2
Calvin
catches.
You know what you got there? A guy that's flying on punt return and in the passing game. So I would be, I think that they have something in Roman Wilson. Coach Tomlin got to quit playing mind games with him and give him that opportunity. I tell you what, Aaron Rodgers really loves him, and I'm disappointed in Aaron Rodgers. I'm doing everything I can not to blast him. St. Vincent has been great to the Pittsburgh Steelers, and he comes out today and said there was bed bugs. St. Vincent, come on.
Was there?
You should know. You should have more class than that. You're a guy that lives in a cave. Now all of a sudden you're gonna come on, and publicize that there's bed bugs at St. Vincent. Come on, man. Where's your class? He has no class.
Oh,
He's a great
man.
quarterback. He's been a problem everywhere. He's got coaches fired. He's thrown players under the bus. Now he's throwing St. Vincent under the bus.
Dang, Jim. Listen, man, that's your guy. You were so high on him. We'll see. But Aaron Rodgers is Aaron Rodgers. He's going to find a way to find somebody to throw blame or trash. But, if they had bed bugs, they had bed bugs, Jim. I mean, do you know? We don't know. But, I don't know. But Tyreek Hill, before we get to this next call, Tyreek Hill, do you think the Steelers really have a true chance of signing him or what, Jim? A trade. I
wouldn't sign him for $1. I mean, he's a problem.
Sign for $1. Hey, I'll give the Steelers the $1 to sign him if that's what it is.
Well, because he drives fast, Jim.
Game-breaking receiver, but he's going to be a problem. The Steelers don't throw enough to one receiver to satisfy Tyreek Hill. He needs to stay in Miami where they force the ball to him each and every play. He got 20 kids.
So what?
Now his kids are a problem.
Really? He's trying to get a football team, Jim.
He's a bad fit here.
Pittsburgh
Steelers always had a bad locker room under Mike Tomlin.
How have they always had a bad locker room, Jim? That's fake news. How have they always had a bad locker room? There's been some bad apples, but always had a bad locker room. I disagree with that, Jim. Completely disagree. But hey, real quick, we do have another caller before we wrap up. Destiny came in. Appreciate it, Destiny. And who to go? Roman Wilson is not
thank you for your comment.
All right. Hey, all right. Sean, what's going on?
What's up, fellas? Just getting baby girl ready. First day of school set up here in Ohio in the school district tomorrow. So.
Oh man, y'all start early. Wow. Okay.
Yeah. A lot of the school districts have already started. Our school district starts tomorrow. So wrapped up her back to school shopping. I'm happy about that. So put a smile on my face. Get the kids out the house.
I know that's right, man. Hey, Sean, your thoughts on the game, and also about Cam Heyward's hold-in.
What's the first time? What was the first question you asked?
Just the first preseason game. Any surprises? Anybody disappointed?
Well, like I said, we get all three of the preseason games up here. Both Ohio teams and the Steelers, we get all three of them.
Oh, okay.
I watched the first quarter of the Steeler game. I fell asleep on it and turned it back on the fourth quarter. Looks like we got backup quarterbacks. I tell you that. They were scoring against Jacksonville, so we do got backup quarterbacks if something was to happen to Rodgers.
Hey, we're going to need it because I don't see him lasting 17 games. And work in the off season, he's getting hurt, so I don't see him lasting. So Mason Rudolph will definitely get some action, in my opinion.
Yeah, it looks like the defense looked like they did pretty good against Jacksonville. Well, one thing I will say, Jacksonville first team defense for our offense to score on them. That was pretty impressive. Looks like somebody got in Darnell Washington's head. Get your body in shape because you're the biggest thing moving, but you got to get in shape to use your body to your advantage. So it's going to be interesting to see. As far as the weapons that we got, I think we're going to be fine, because it seems like from just listening to this, you got to be careful what outlets you listen to, because I'm going to point something out. Looks like Aaron Rodgers has put enthusiasm in his team that people believe.
Right.
As far as the defense is concerned, I think they're going to be fine. I think if they stay injury-free, they'll be fine. What was I going to say? I'm not worried about the Cam Heyward thing. He's trying to get his last lick.
Right.
Because this is going to be his last lick he gets. I wouldn't have did it if I was in his shoes, but to each their own. The Steelers have taken care of Antonio Brown on 2 different occasions, even though he was under contract. I don't know if Antonio's trying to go, well, you took care of him, but I've been a good soldier all these years. I don't know if he's trying to pull that angle or what, but I wouldn't worry about that. Boswell got 2 years remaining on his deal. I wouldn't even worry about that. His next contract is going to be the biggest contract for kickers in the AFC North, so I wouldn't even worry about that. I'm just looking forward to the season. One thing I will point out is, I'm not going to say the radio station, but our boy Stackhouse called it out. One of the radio people tried to downplay Darius Slay.
I heard that, yeah.
I'm not going to say the person's name. I'm not going to say the radio station. If you heard it, you heard it. What I'm going to tell people is...
It was Pompous Bob.
Yeah, I heard it.
Bob Pompiani. I'll say his name, yeah.
I'm going to say
Bob Pompiani, he just says anything, man.
Yeah, the guy that owes me a favor, Luther.
Well, I'm going to say a couple things. Charlie Batch should have rebutted what he said on air. He should have well, let me say this. The next preseason game, Charlie Batch should bring that up, and they should have a talk about that when they play Tampa Bay this Saturday, because in my opinion, Darius Slay played good last year, but with the person who made the comment out there, Slay needs to understand it. Okay, Slay only had 1 interception last year. What you got to take into consideration is the Eagles were setting their defense up because they're trying to get all of these young players. They're rotating them in.
Right.
Slay's not there no more. Gardner Johnson's not there no more. So all them young players, I mean, look at what happened in the Super Bowl. The boy from Iowa, Cooper DeJean.
Yeah.
The game was over after that play. They took Kansas City's heart out after that game. So Slay did what he was supposed to do last year. He got them ready. Okay, we're not going to re-sign you because of your contract, but a team like the Steelers, I don't know if we picked him up in free agency or traded him, but if he was that bad, he wouldn't have got picked up that quickly.
Yeah, we got him. Darius Slay came as a free agent.
Okay, well that's the whole thing.
Yeah.
If he was that bad, he would have been sitting out for a while because we got him real quick.
Mm-hmm.
So people, when certain commentators and reporters make comments about players and things of that nature, sometimes you got to take certain things for a grain of salt because, okay, did that reporter really look at all the Eagles game last year?
No. Nope.
That's all. There you have it. One more thing I want to say, being over here in Ohio, if you are traveling in the southwest part of Cleveland, in the suburbs, if you're on I-71 in the township of Strongsville, go the speed limit. The same cop that pulled over Shedeur Sanders just pulled over Miles Garrett after the game when they got back from their game from the Browns game when they got back from Carolina. This trooper or local police, whatever he is, he's been tagging people up there. So y'all know anybody driving in Ohio, 3 Strongs on 71, be careful. And I don't even know why Myles Garrett would even be driving like that, because remember a couple of years ago, he had a bad car accident. So he had a bad car accident.
Yeah, man. Everybody's speeding for the Browns, man, trying to get out of that city.
Yeah, think about it. The current stadium's downtown. The new stadium's gonna be on the west side near the Cleveland airport. So yeah, no municipalities like, yeah, bring them over here. We really want to make money off of these stadiums and stuff. So I hope, but I'm just excited. I want to see how the Steelers play this Saturday. Have they had joint practices with the Buccaneers this week?
Yeah. Yes, they have one tomorrow, I believe.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow's their.
Are they on the south side or are they down at the stadium?
South side.
Okay.
The practice will be at the south side. The Buccaneers are currently practicing at Carnegie Mellon University.
Interesting.
It's going to be at the stadium, fellas.
Oh, Jim said it's going to be.
Is it a stadium?
Is that the stadium, Jim?
Yeah, it's at Heinz Field.
Oh, he said it's at Heinz Field.
Okay, I'm mistaken.
I thought you went to school on that, Jim.
I wouldn't think they would have that joint practice over on the south side because, Pitt practices over there too. That would be a really tight schedule over there with those teams over there. But I'm excited to see how they look Saturday. I'm not expecting Rodgers to play, but we'll see how it goes. What's going on with Calvin Austin?
Man, it looks like it's an abdominal strain. They're real hush on it. They're saying day to day, but he hasn't practiced. I believe it's 11 days now. So,
yep,
that's worrisome. Man, he was injured his whole first year, had a decent second year. Now he's back on that injury bug, and looks like they're looking to add another receiver possibly. So hopefully it's not something that can linger, but we'll see. I don't know, Jim. What are you hearing, Jim?
Who's hurt?
Calvin Austin.
Yeah, I don't care about him. That's a dime a dozen. You get a player like that, dime a dozen. You go any bar in Pittsburgh and get it.
Oh, dang, Jim. I disagree, man. Put some respect on Calvin Austin. Great return guy. Had a much better year. He's going to surprise you this year. I'm telling you, Jim.
You can't coach speed, man.
Right.
He's fast. You can't coach it.
Exactly. And he's tough. I've seen that he's taking some hellacious hits, jump right up. So you got to love his heart.
That's what they said about Ronaldo Vietnam. How's that work
Oh, my God. Hey, Sean, are you still on the line? I've got one more question to ask you.
Yeah, I'm still on the line.
What you think about Shedeur Sanders? I mean,
he looked good, but I don't know. Oh, I'm gonna say this. Some guy in Pittsburgh, he played D2 football, and one of the things I've learned is if people have played levels of football above the level I played, I take their opinion. And the thing that this person said, now mind you, this person's from Pittsburgh, but let's just say they live in the same state as the Sanders kids play football. So I'm not going to say the name, but people if they're listening, they'll have an idea what I'm talking about.
Okay.
So this person has an idea how the Sanders family operates. I never talked to the person about this, but I could see the way their opinion was going. Then they look good at Carolina. I want to see what Shadeur is going to do when he has to go against the defense that is focused on him and not just focused on, okay, we want to see what this cornerback looks like. We want to see what this linebacker looks like. And the reason why I say that is, and this is my thing, Shadeur's last college game, he looked bad against BYU.
Yeah.
And some of the things that he did in that game, he's still doing in the NFL. Meaning, he checks down a lot. He's checked down Charlie. He checks down a lot. He don't push the ball downfield. He's checked down Charlie. But also, he, instead of get rid of the football, let it see another day, or just try to run for a yard, he'll keep running back and forth behind the line of scrimmage. For one, you're not even fast.
Well, he was fast enough to get the first down on a 3rd and 7.
No, Luther, you're not getting what I'm saying.
No, Sean, listen, he had a solid first.
Let me finish
day,
my point.
and you're pointing out all the negatives, man. Come on, Sean.
No, Luther, I'm not bringing out a negative. This is somebody that lives in Texas. They're from Pittsburgh. They've seen the way the Sanders family operates. They were the ones who called it out. They were the ones who said, he's checked down Charlie. He don't push the ball down the field. The same things he did against BYU, he's doing in the NFL.
Man, that BYU game, you got to throw that game out. They had all kind of issues going on. Travis Hunter, Dion having a team. There was a whole lot of issues outside of that. I mean,
the point is this. When Shedeur was getting sacks, he was trying to run for his life behind the line of scrimmage. When you know you don't got a good line, get rid of the football.
He's checking it down. See, you're saying two things. You get mad when he checks it down, and then you get mad if he's taking sack. What are you going to do? You got to check it down sometimes.
I didn't say it. I'm going by what somebody said that played college ball.
I understand.
I'm going by what somebody says that's lived in Texas and got an idea how Deion Sanders operates. That's what I'm going by.
I'm not. See, you're going back to the opera. I'm just saying the game. How do you think he played in the game? You're going back to the operation and all that. Come on, Sean.
So do you want me to say what I got to say?
Say what you got to say, man. But
the same stuff he had like you did is the same the issues he got in the NFL. He's going to stop running back for his life. Get rid of the football. Get rid of the football. Brady don't do that stuff. Brady steps up to the pocket or slides sack to sack. Get rid of the football.
No, when Brady first started, he was a check down guy.
Yes, he was.
In his first couple years, he was checking it down.
And if it wasn't for clock killing Corey Dillon, he wouldn't have a career in the early times.
Yeah, he was checked down Tom early in his career, and then he blossomed into becoming Tom Brady that we know now. But early on, he wasn't. He was checking it down.
Okay, well, I'm gonna say this about Shedeur because the point that I'm trying to point out, and I'm not dominating, I'm just going back.
It sounds like it, bro.
It
sounds like it, bro. I just asked, how was the first game? You start going about that, how they operate in this BYU game. Come on.
He looked horrible against them. And Luther, I'm not going by what I say. This is somebody that knows football. He knows a lot more than me and you. I'm going by what he said. So what the guy said, I had to think about it. Like, let me see. And then in the BYU game, Shedeur was getting shot. What was Shedeur doing? Shedeur was trying to run around, getting back to what the football said to do. Get rid of the football. You only got a certain time. Shedeur's not fast. Shedeur's not Lamar Jackson. He's not Michael Vick. He's not big as Josh Allen. We got to get rid of the football. And look, the only thing I'm saying is, in the Carolina game, he was doing the same thing. He got to work on that.
Okay, yeah, he has to work on that. But overall, Sean, what would you give him as a grade, Sean?
I'll give him a B.
A D like dog?
I said a B.
A B. Oh, okay. All right.
The reason why I said I'm going to give him a B is because he looked good in that game. He looked good in that game. But there are certain things that people look at certain things. Like, let me say this, Luther. I know somebody that played in the NFL, okay?
All right.
They could look at people based on the way their hips moving in high school. They could look at hips and be like, he got to work on this. Yeah, he gets in and out. So that's what I'm saying. Like there's certain things I go by, but I also listen to people that know what they're talking about.
I hear you.
That's what I go by. So with Shedeur, you get a B grade. Your grade could have been better, in my opinion. you got to learn how to stop trying to run around. You're not fast. You're not a big quarterback.
All right, I hear you, man.
And what he has to understand is you're always going to have a target on your back. So if Tom Brady is your idol, like you say he is, people would complain about Tom Brady. Oh, Tom Brady don't want to get hit. Just like people complain about Franco Harris. Franco Harris took you till out of bounds. Did they win it? Or they Hall of Famers? That's all that matters.
I got you.
That's all that matters. But as far as Shedeur, I want him to do good. And the reason I want him to do good is, even though, depending who you ask, he's good in the draft. Now I got an opportunity. It's all about an opportunity now. Everybody's injured. So to the play.
And now today they reported that Shedeur got injured. So I don't know what Cleveland's doing. How you have 4 quarterbacks, all of them been injured, except the oldest. Well, I guess Joe Flacco hasn't, but you know.
Well, here's the thing: if all 4 quarterbacks are injured, what are they doing to protect the quarterbacks? Because if you know you got multiple quarterbacks injured, you got to take care of them.
Yeah, and a lot of them were soft tissue injuries, 2 hamstrings, and with Dylan Gabriel and
Can I ask you one quick thing about the Steelers?
Yes.
What's going on with Corey Trice? He can't make the club from the tub.
Yeah, man, he's had those injuries his whole career, college and pro, and I think he might get cut because he hasn't touched the field, and man, it's just sad. He has so much potential, but like you said, he can't make the club in the club. What'd you say, Sean?
And he's the 2nd round draft pick?
Yeah. Nah, was he 2nd? No,
Corey wasn't 2nd. No, he's like 4th or 5th.
How was he, Jim? I think it was around the 5th. He was later on because he had injuries.
Was he the same draft as Joey Porter?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he was at the tail end. They picked Joey Porter early and they picked him late. And he fell because he had those injury issues in college. Measurable, size, everything else. You know, he's everything that you would want, but he just can't stay healthy, man. It's sad. And I think he may get cut this year. I'm not sure because he hasn't played. And the backfield is deep now. Last year, you know, they could deal with it, but this year they're pretty deep. So James Pierre may beat him out. That's bad, right? Hey, if you can't uniform on and play, a guy like Pierre could beat you. So we'll see, man. Hey, Sean, appreciate the call as always, man. We're gonna get ready to wrap up.
Guys.
All right, man.
Hey, when is the Steelers' last preseason game? Is it Thursday next week?
I believe it's Thursday. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, Sean, man. Be safe out there, man.
All right, guys. Have a good one.
All right. Thanks, man.
Smoker Jim, real quick, your thoughts on Shedeur Sanders before we get out of here?
He got MVP of the game, man. The television network called him the MVP. I thought Sanders and Jackson Dart played great.
I knew you were going to throw Jackson Dart. I was Jackson Dart. You said he was maybe the best in the draft. I didn't see it. I still don't think so. I think he had a nice showing, but even Tyler Shuck had a nice game.
Yeah, so, he did.
You know, Cam Ward, Jim, had a nice game as well. You know, did you see the rocket on for Cam Ward, Jim? You said he's going to be a bust. I don't see it. I just think he's in a rough situation.
I didn't see that. I forgot it.
Jim, man, you funny, man. Any final thoughts before we get out of here? We lost Claudio and Ralph.
But hey, just Shedeur had 3 good plays, man.
Yeah.
He had a scramble for 20 yards. He had a nice touch pass between a corner and a safety for a touchdown, and then for his second touchdown, he drove the ball. So he showed me everything I needed to know. And he's the talk, 5th round draft pick, the talk of the league over the preseason.
Right. Leading the league in jersey sales. Over 2 million people watched that game that he was on against Carolina, man, he's just box office, man. He's special. Browns, if the Browns are smart, they would go ahead and let him play this year because the team is already with him. He has the community and he has the skills.
That's right.
Never bought a Browns jersey in my life, but Sanders
I might just buy a Colorado Sanders jersey. I don't know if I can bring myself to bring a Browns one.
What, man? Because I was wrong. I thought the Steelers were going to grab Sanders, but didn't happen. Any final thoughts, Jim, before we get out of here? All right, looks like
I'm just reading something out here. Bill Callahan assesses Cam Ward certainly hasn't arrived. So
he's a Jim.
Sound like he had that great of a game.
He's a rookie.
You just can't read it all on the headlines. So
he's a rookie. He led a touchdown drive, and he only missed 2 passes.
Yes, first 2. Yes, first.
And then he got warmed up and didn't miss another one. Thank you for proving my point.
Wait. 5 of 8, so he missed something along the way.
Oh my gosh!
All right, Jim. Jim. All right, just when you catch this L, just be aware that I'm going to call it out. Cam Ward's not going to bust. He may struggle this year because Tennessee doesn't have a lot of talent around him, but he could play this game, man. You should love his story. From every being like a 2-star recruit to being the number 1 pick in the 2025 NFL draft, Jim. Come on, man. That's underachiever. He's an overachiever.
Wow.
How? If he was a 2-star and he worked his way all the way up from Washington State to Miami to the number 1 pick and a 2-star?
Quit on his teammates in Washington. Yeah.
He didn't quit on the team. All right, Jim, man.
Come on, man.
Hey, Phil Moore, appreciate you. Appreciate all the calls. Destiny, JMD, Frank Jackson, everybody who tuned in, man. Check us out. We'll be here all the time, every Wednesday, giving it to you raw. So, hey, take care. Have a blessed one. Happy birthday to my brother Tyson, brother Mike Vitt. Appreciate y'all. Enjoy y'all day. We'll check you out next Wednesday. Peace.
See ya.